Alright, so, yeah, this is our final episode of the Steven Bomb. Steven Nuke, excuse me, and boy, was it a great run. And, Steven Universe will be returning, I guess, weekly, one episode per week, instead of daily, on August 18th, I believe. But yeah, the Steven Nuke, before I get into the actual review, it was really fun. Exhausting, pretty exhausting, especially that giant 2-week arc we had, for the end of Season 3. Oh, that was emotionally draining, wasn't it? Anyway, but no, I felt like this was a good way to end it. A nice little fun episode to come down for, continue to, because the Perry episode, while it was fun, I need a little more longer to, come down from the other 4 episodes we had this week. 3 episodes we had prior to, kind of cool down, you know what I mean? Anyway, so, Steven Nuke was a total success. So, with that being said, let's get into the episode called Know Your Fusion. In this episode, Steven and Amethyst reveal Smoky Quartz to Garnet and Pearl, who become Sardonyx, and this episode mostly focuses on the strangest pair ever. It focuses mainly on Sardonyx and Smoky Quartz. And a lot of people seem to forget that, the fusions are their own being. It's not like combiners in Transformers where no one really gives a crap about, what Devastator wants, or how Superion feels, or how what Bruticus wants to do with his life. Although they did kind of change that a bit in the IDW comics, but that's beside the point. In here, yeah, you have to remember that the fusions are their own beings. Hell, that's what Garnet is. She's her own being, made out of Ruby and Sapphire's love. And yeah, it was kind of cool that we kind of get to see the other fusions outside of Garnet and pretty much Garnet, have their own conversations, be their own people. I thought that was a really cool idea. And yeah, it was cool to see Sardonyx again. What was I gonna say? Also, by the way, before we go any further in this episode, because I'm gonna forget, God damn it, do I want to see fan art pics of Smoky Quartz hanging out with Sans from Undertale, and Sardonyx hanging out with Mettaton, also from the same game. Because seriously, with all the puns Smoky Quartz was making, how can we not have a fan art pic with Smoky Quartz hanging out with Sans, and especially how Sardonyx acted? You can't tell me that you'd be like, yeah, I want to see her hang out with Mettaton. Anyway, so get on that fan art. Also, again, with this piece of fan art, found this on the internet, and I'd like to say thank you to the artist. Unfortunately, I don't know the artist, so I can't really thank them. But it is a very beautiful piece of artwork. Anyway, again, I'd love to credit the artist, but I can never find the artists on here. Whenever I find these pictures, I feel bad. Honestly, I feel really bad about it. Anyway, but I want to give full credit to them. Anyway, getting back to the story. So yeah, it's Sardonyx pretty much discovering, since Smoky Quartz is a new fusion in the world, Sardonyx wants to know what Smoky Quartz is all about. How does she do this, you may ask? She makes a David Letterman-esque talk show. And the best part of this episode is that this whole episode is clearly making fun of clip shows. It is very much making fun of clip shows, and they actually use it when they do the reels, when they do the flashback reels to Sugalite and Opal and Alexandrite. You can clearly see the words footage owned by Cartoon Network. Seriously, Sardonyx doesn't need a warhammer to tear down the fourth wall. In fact, at some point, I was pretty sure she was breaking the fourth wall so much, Deadpool was going to pop up and go, "Hey, it's my shtick, not yours." Anyway, so with this episode, yeah, it's pretty much it's kind of, again, it's making fun of clip shows, and it's a fun way to look back at it's another fun episode. Again, we kind of needed this after, the emotional trauma we went through for the past week and a half. So, so I felt like it was a nice little story we had here. It was cool to see Sardonyx and Smoky Quartz meet. It's also really cool because we now know that fusions have their own rooms. So it makes me wonder, but the fusions only have rooms so long as the fusion exists. So does that mean Sugalite has a room? Alexandrite? Even... Well, that also makes me wonder. If Garnet defuses, does that mean Garnet's room no longer exists and it just becomes Ruby and Sapphire's rooms? Yeah, that actually makes me wonder. That actually, that's starting to make me think, actually. But yeah, Sardonic's room was nothing more than one giant talk show. It was one giant talk show stage. And I love all the little quips and jokes, too. Like, when Sardonic says, I hope you all decide to buy those toys, or we'd be canceled. And I'm pretty sure that was a very meta joke for, all the other shows that went the route of cancellation due to the fact that, no one was buying their merchandise. So I'm pretty sure that was a jab for, in the name of, Young Justice and Green Lantern the Animated Series and several other shows that, Cartoon Network kicked the bucket for in this series. So I'm pretty sure that was a jab in their honor. That was pretty clever. Anyway, so this was a really fun show. This was a really fun episode focusing on the fusions. I thought that was really cool because, again, outside of Garnet, the other ones, you don't get to see much of their personality. You don't get to see them for a long... You don't get to see, Sardonyx or Alexandrite stay around for a while. So it was kind of cool to see an episode focus mainly on two fusions getting to know each other. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, Smoky Quartz continues to be a really cool a really interesting character, and again, it really makes me excited to see what kind of fusions can Steven make with Garnet, Pearl, Lapis, and Peridot. So interested to see where that's gonna go. But anyway, that's really all I had to say about this episode. You guys tell me, what did you all think of Know Your Fusion? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Yeah. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.